Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to the Thaumaturge. Go away, mouse. In the last video, we got done all our little side quests and all our little exploration kind of things. It was very, very low key, but now we're going to finally carry on with the main mission. To dust you shall return. This is very ominous, to say the least. But we've come back to the hotel to meet Svetlana, who was a woman. That's about all I've got for you right now, because I don't remember much else. She's the one...
Shut up, Snake. Did you think we wouldn't find out?
Oh.
Идешь с нами.
I need to clear my own throat, bloody Nora.
Gotta shut the door. Garbage blew in.
Oh look, it's time to beat people up. It's always time to... Whoa, what's this? Hey, what is that? Hinders prediction of the enemy's planned action. Okay. I mean, I don't really care about that, so that's... Oh, no, I mean, no, I don't really care, so that's fine. Right, attack with Pukovac. I mean, I don't really care about those two anyway. It's just that one that needs a break, realistically. So let's get that done first. With good old Lelek. We're gonna... yeah. And I will throw my agony over here. My old wound. My suffering. I always call it agony. I think because I'm thinking of World of Warcraft. Agony is a dot, a warlock spell. Okay, with that on him... Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone looking so spooky? I'm gonna throw agony over there. And we're gonna get Upia to break this nerd. With... I might do... We're going to take some damage, so let's do Eerie Intoxication, because we're going to get hit twice before Upia hits anyone. So we'll get a little bit of health back from this, hopefully. I'm bleeding out. Okay. Oh, so that's not gone in yet, annoyingly. Well, it will do. It will do. So we can do this, yeah? Yeah. 3 HP. Alright, goddamn. Feels a bit aggressive, doesn't it? Shooting someone in the chest. Wait, how did you get... I don't want to... Wait. Did I go through this last time? Oh, no, that's impact. Focus. Oh, right. I'm a dummy. I completely forgot. Okay, so everyone's got it on them. Yep, so let's get doing... some howling and such. This is going to get us a lot of health back. I'm just going to get this guy on the right because he's got not that long left on his timer. I've got to imagine combat would be a lot easier if I just used the mouse and keyboard, because I keep having to shift across like so many dudes. It's much like in my real life. It's crazy. Okay, so you've got 2. So you're my next target. And then I think it's time we get some kills on the board. I mean, everyone's nearly dead anyway. Ow! There you go. You've got 1 health, you've got 4 health. Lovely jubbly. Lovely, 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 lovely. Got them all up. See, we didn't get much healing there, because I've healed 3 times in this combat. And you just heal less and less every time. I figured I wasn't in any real trouble anyway. Victor just gets shot in the chest like 7 times and then slashed 1,000 times, and he's fine. Although I took a lot of bleed damage. You numpties. Hey, Svetlana. I'm just going to have a poke around first, if you don't mind. Attacker's wallet. In the wallet of one of the attackers, I found the ID of an Okrana officer. Maybe I'll have to use the document for my own purposes. We could pretend to be one. Attacker's hat, threadbare but clean. The hat smells of a freshly printed tabloid. It boils with curiosity about the Sofia Scalon scandal, because after all, might Rumyantseva reveal a tidbit of information during the interrogation? Information that could be passed on to Governor General Scalon, and thus garner his favour. Scalon. Have a little poke around, although we've already explored this place, so I don't think there'll be anything new. Svetlana! I've just killed like 4 dudes. How do you feel? We chill? Is Svetlana the one who was hooking up with my dad? It's a weird sentence. Svetlana's letters. A bundle of letters from the Russian ambassador in Vienna. I love Vienna, by the way. Vienna's my favourite city on the planet. It's absolutely beautiful. I've only been once, but I'd love to go back. They contain criticism of the Empire. The letters are covered with the hoarfrost of cold calculation. Its flowers blossom in a pattern on the sheets of paper, expressing a thought as clear as a shard of ice. Hand over the letters to a superior. Put a noose around the traitor's neck. Accept a promotion. Be appreciated. For once. The attack on Svetlana. The Okrana officers came for Sofia Scalon, but stayed because of Svetlana's letters. Showing the correspondence to the authorities would have meant the noose for the aristocrat, bringing the officers one step closer to their coveted promotions. As long as they kept climbing that career ladder, the cost didn't matter. Just like modern society. I realised the other day, what the stuff I've got, by the way. Tons of random things I've accrued. I've been neglecting the this stuff here. And I kind of care about it, so I'm going to start reading like little bits and pieces. Like there's one on so like let's read about like one salutor at a time. I think we've read about both of those, haven't we? Yes. Bukovac. Lelik. In Kashubian, his name means fool. Leliks are small, unruly salutors drawn wherever there is music and various acts of recklessness, especially if someone dies in the process. Their trill is often a harbinger of imminent death. Did I read this one as well? Flaws that Leliks are interested in are those related to excessive bravado, gullibility, and looking for conflict. My Lelik followed Denis, the Cossack who divide death. He's effective at depriving enemies of focus and can transfer your states onto them. He's a good egg. He's my favourite. Bukovac is most helpful. Fits my playstyle more, but Lelik's my favourite.
No what, doigrałaś? If you hadn't shown up here. I need a moment. Leave me.
Just got here.
Why are the Okrana after you?
Oh, Anna.
Evidently, they got tired of sending threatening letters. Or maybe it's because my last soirée ended with a scandal about the Governor-General's daughter. I think they're looking for someone to blame.
But you had nothing to do with what happened to Sofia.
I know, but how can you be sure?
I'm assuming... I mean, they said it was all scandal and stuff kicking off, but I mean... What happened to Sofia was... we pulled out her salutor, right? That's where we got Velas from.
I strongly believe that a person is innocent until proven guilty.
Of course. So, we're at an impasse. What do you propose?
Fire.
I came to pick you up. You'll be safe with my associate.
What associate? Where?
In Pavansky. The neighborhood, not the cemetery.
Victor, I need to flee the country. Do you understand? Will you help me?
Everything has its price.
There is something I have not yet told you about Stanisław. I'll tell you in exchange for getting me safely to Vienna.
I'll take you to the Nadarzyńskis and let you know as soon as I've heard anything.
Szulski, you're haggling like an old fishwife. It would break your father's heart.
I don't think he had one.
We had better go.
Come on, I'll hail you a carriage.
Wait, my travel chest. I never go anywhere without it.
Just down to the shops. For a sausage roll.
Safer if you rode with me to the Nadarzyńskis.
If I'm going to help you, I first have to visit the place where a friendship was born and more than one hope died, where the gods of chaos lounge amid the absinthe fumes.
Что?
I need to go to the London bar.
Just hurry, please.
I want to... Right, yeah. Let me... Also, who talks like that? Anyways, I want to... Do I have any entries on her? Because I think I remember her deal, but I'd like to double check. Mysterious woman exchanging letters with my father, Svetlana, last name, a lady in waiting in the Tsar's court. Well situated, I don't think my sister is too keen on her. Impressed by her upon our first meeting. Intelligent, refined, yet clearly afraid of something. Will not talk openly about my father or whatever was between them. The next conversation made her motives clear. The secret police are interested in her, the Ohwana. Svetlana knows how to maneuver through courtly intrigues as she's wary and cunning. She also managed to stir Stanislav Sulski's heart of stone, but the Ohwana. Rasputin told me to take her to him. He warned me that Svetlana means trouble. He was right, but how did he know? Svetlana was in danger. I was able to save her from the Ohwana thugs. I promised to help her flee from Warsaw. Didn't actually give me that much information. Why is she in trouble? Is she fomenting insurrection? People do love to foment insurrection. What if I've already fomented insurrection? Well then. So, it's because there's this thing with the... It's because, right, as far as I remember, and this is probably like going off and doing other nonsense along the way, it's because there's that whole thing about how some of the upper class people are making moves to solidify their position should the worst come to pass and the workers revolt, etc., etc. This is 1905. Someone made a comment on this the other day. Now, I'm not really big on history. Like, I don't know my dates. So when someone says, well, you've not picked up on 1905. 1905 doesn't mean anything to me. But I went and had a look, and it was the Russian Revolution. So that's coming this year, and this is the burgeoning of it. London Bar. Game's a bit laggy today, isn't it? I'm recording... Oh, I can talk about things. I'm recording this the same day as yesterday's video. I'll talk about things later. Abarishi!
A few days, Mr. Digit. A few days. You see this guy?
Mr. Nedges, I'll pay it back, I swear. They're running tomorrow at Mokotów racetrack. I'll win. Deal?
We had one as long as you paid your dues.
I'm begging you.
Quit your bawling. You'll get tear stains on my rug. It's Persian. You look tired. Want a coffee?
Whenever I see you torturing somebody. Is there something you want to talk about?
Don't you psychoanalyze me. Just tell me if you want coffee.
What kind of performance was that?
He owes me money. And what did he spend it on? A house? His kids?
On the races. This time it was a sure bet.
Sure,
Always is.
on a horse that stumbled in front of a speakeasy and had to be shot. I want my 12 rubles.
Please, don't let him. I only owe 12 rubles.
Rubbles. Interesting.
Can I cover his debt with his money?
Yes, I beg you. I promise you, sir, I'll repay every kopieka.
Well, you've got a sponsor. All right. Get him out of here. So, how'd you take it? Black or cream and sugar?
Nobody ever has black with sugar, do they, really? I guess because you're having black because you want to really taste the coffee.
Black, strong, no sugar.
Tell me what brings you here.
Coffee.
There's a certain woman who would like to disappear from Warsaw. Conventional transportation isn't an option.
What exactly do you mean by disappear?
Not kill. Yes, exactly. Not murder.
I don't want to kill her.
It's Warsaw, Victor. We have a lot of options. We can ship her out of the country, send her to a brothel, kill her, and use the corpse to fertilize geraniums. So be careful what you wish for.
I'm looking for safe and discreet transportation to Vienna. On the double quick.
Sadly, the shivs can't help. That's not our line. Passport policy is a nightmare, and smuggling will get you the news. Not worth it. But I know a man, Javier something or other. Although finding him might be tricky.
What kind of name is that? Argentinian? Spanish?
Who the hell knows? Maybe he had a sailor for a dad.
I've just been watching Shogun. I've only seen the first episode so far, but it was really good. And there's a lot of Portuguese, Spanish going around. Anyways, not really relevant. I just thought I'd mention it.
You know anything more about this Javier fellow?
He's a legend. He smuggled socialists, contraband. Recently, he hid 7 kilos of TNT inside biographies on Scowan.
Why is he so hard to find?
Because he's the best at what he does.
You know where I can find him?
Thank the gods of chaos that you've got a great buddy like me. You should talk to Forman Romek. He usually recruits day laborers in the Povishla district. He knows everybody there.
Thanks. I'll head off.
Not so fast. Have you been to Povishla since you got back from your travels?
Yeah, I solved a murder.
Yes, as it happens. A rather unique neighborhood. Fishermen, porters, and craftsmen, all trying to make ends meet.
Is that all you've noticed?
More or less.
Stuff goes on there that make your blood curdle. The locals can't stand outsiders and protect their own. Don't go around grilling random people.
Thanks. I can handle it from here.
Your coffee.
Where's my coffee? He's an interesting character, Oberishi, isn't he? He's an unusual sort. He's not the kind of person I would ever be friends with, but for a singular night out, I think he'd guarantee a pretty good time. Someone would probably die, but you know, part and parcel, innit? Hello. Ball card. Carnival ball at the public casino. Before midnight, the Polonaise, Dorożnowski, Waltz, Francesco, Quadrille, Rabjanski, the Madzuka, Gajilski. After midnight, the Cotillion, Popilek, the Lancers, Sosniki, the Polka Franc, Maj, the White Mazurka, Ratchak. That's what I was, yeah. Back to Povishla, which I think is my favorite district. I've always been drawn to horribleness. You know, my favorite bars are dive bars. Love a dive bar. I think there's a tier below dive bar because I feel like dive bars become like an aesthetic in and of itself that they try to sell. But a place can look like a dive bar, but be quite not necessarily lower class in terms of clientele. I don't know. Hey, Sergeant. Now, he's going to really like me, so he's probably going to help me, right?
Excuse me, officer.
What do you mean, not allowed? Sergeant Kadash, folks gotta work there. Feed their families.
We're conducting an operation.
More like farting around. My taxpayer rubles are paying for you to chow down on herring. Let me through to the wharf.
And what are you here for?
You're not the one I like.
Sergeant Karash, I'm here on official business.
Of course. Boys, let this gent through.
What, though?
Well, ain't they all chummy? What about us?
I don't care about you. So they've closed down the docks area. I wonder why. Oh, we never could get down here. We've never been down here. I thought it was the beach area over there. This is a whole new kettle of fish. Little poke around. Then there's this worthless fucker of a cabbie. Onto the boat. Just gonna keep having a little poke around. I've done having a poke around. It's my new song. It's called Poke Around. What is this? What's why? Ah. Povishla. If someone seeks true decadence, they should go to Povishla. Here one can only find... Oh, wait. Wait, what? Decadence? Povishla? What? One can only find crumbling buildings, bleak river waters, and faces marked with illness. Hard work, deprived of joie de vivre. When I was a kid, I didn't come here too often. I think it's sarcastic. Hovels patched with decayed boards are mostly inhabited by workers, porters, small-time craftsmen, Coopers, dredgers, and women of easy virtue. Measly shacks, much like haggard human beings, seem to huddle together to keep at least some of the heat from escaping through window slits. Do not look to your neighbour for help. These hard-bitten creatures struggle mostly for their own survival. Cold winds from the Vistula penetrate everything, smothering all spirit, extinguishing the flame of encouragement and hope. The only comfort comes from knowing that everything will pass, lost in the abyss of time. You're a dramatic sort, aren't you, Victor? Hello. Bloodstained bandages. The sloppily thrown aside bandages bear traces of blood. The bandages were wrapped around healthy, strong, uninjured hands and only later got soaked in blood. The blood of an opponent who got his face punched in, losing several teeth in the process. Bed. Trace unknown. The sheets bear traces of passion. Stuff box with coca leaves. Indispensable aid that someone can't do without. One's hand is instinctively guided towards a snuff box for support before any planned physical exertion, before a fight, when one needs a vigorous boost, or in the bedroom, when the situation calls for equally vigorous stimulation. It's interesting. I take a pre-workout when I work out. I've never considered taking a pre-workout before a workout, you know? Punching bag. A wadded handmade punching bag looks sturdy. 1, 2, 1, 2. Drops of sweat trickle down his head, irritated by thought. Blows fall to their rhythm. Precision, eagerness, and the readiness to improvise. The blows struck with gloves left a clear trace on the bag, has the force of a rushing river. The unpredictability of a flood and the joy of the first drops of spring rain. What does it mean when I have trace unknown? That confuses me. Does it need high level score? Does it need like a 6? That's crazy. Scattered clothes. Suggests someone lives here. Clothes thrown from the shoulders like ballast lie in various nooks and crannies of the lodgings, waiting for someone to pick them up and put them on again. Dirty and crumbled as they are, whoever lives here doesn't exactly keep it spick and span. Javier's barge. He's created a veritable bachelor's den for himself on the barge. This is where he lives, trains hard, celebrates victories in the company of women, or has them console him after losses. It seems like his life revolves around fighting. I should look around the neighbourhood for a sports club or a ring. Well, we already know, don't we? There's an underground fighting club. Hello, Rupia.
Enough of this Narishkit. Say who you are and what you're doing on my turf.
My name is Viktor Shulsky. First, show yourself, coward.
You're in no position to raise your voice.
Is that Marana?
It's better that way. We can talk as equals.
Doesn't look like her.
What are you making such a gavolt for? What do you want?
Your salutor. I don't know him.
He's a debunk. He looks around for lost souls who don't know better and go where they shouldn't.
Terrifying. I didn't know I was on someone's turf.
People here have got enough problems of their own without some goyish outsider coming and giving them crap. Get to the point.
I'm looking for Javier.
What for?
Let's say I need his services urgently.
Is that all? I took you for someone else. I can introduce you to Javier. You interested?
I know Javier likes to fight. So, should we head to the boxing ring?
Something like that. I see you've sniffed out what you can. Shall we?
That's all? No extra conditions or requests?
Tongue of a devil, heart of an angel. That's me.
Who did you take me for earlier?
Nothing of interest to you. Internal neighborhood affairs.
Lead the way. You sure changed your tune quickly.
Welcome to Povishla. Fighting first. hugging later. Ariel Rafe. Stick with me and they won't touch a hair on your head. Just don't come on Saturdays. Welcome to the dungeon, a mecca of gambling and violence. You see the box above the ring? I'll wait there. Make yourself comfortable. Put a bet on the fight. And come find me.
That was quite unusual. I'm not sure where. Like, where is he? Where is he meant to be? Dybbuk. In Kabbalah, a Dybbuk is a spirit of vengeance possessing the bodies of sinful mortals if they get too close to the resting places of the dead. The flaw that attracts Dybbuk is one bred of deep sorrow, unhappy love, a desire for revenge for harm, or great loneliness. Sadly, the one I've seen already has a master, Ariel Roof, which is a shame because it's cool. I want one. None of mine are spooky enough, you know. I want like a proper full-on horror one. Ariel! He popped into my head, literally. Well, okay, so he just... I figured they have to be kind of like... Because we had this conversation with Madame, whatever the heck her name was, at the soiree. Where we kind of communicated in our heads. But we were also in the same room. I assumed you had to be close, but I guess he doesn't have to be that close. He can just communicate with me. He gets thaumaturge problems. Powers, even. An exceptional person, a brilliant thaumaturge. Cool. Alright. Made a new friend. Hello! Lost Pets. September 2nd. Bazjek versus Soup. Bazjek wins 10 rubles. X. Javier's fight list. 2508, red-eyed Wacklaw, beaten in second round. 27th, Dennis Volgin, yielded in third round. Soup, draw, and Joaquin Hernandez won in the third round. See the only spectacle of its kind in Warsaw. Gunmen and American Indians, straight from the Wild West. Sitting Bull, the legendary American Indian chief. Sweet Annie Oakley and the mighty Gordon sisters. Come and taste America. I know I can talk to the bookmaker, but my theory is I should explore and get all the information I can. This does not look like a fair fight. I'm not sure about that one.
Excuse me, are you ladies fighting here?
Yep, Bessie and Alice Gordon from Buffalo Bills. There a problem?
No.
No, not at all. I'm wondering how you ended up here.
Getting even. We got a score to settle.
Ugh, sure do. With Barshtik.
That fucker was going with me for a while. Only he didn't mention.
He was dating me too.
We're gonna jog his memory. American style.
With violence.
I got that.
I see. Good luck in the fight.
Fair enough. The game has this big insistence that it needs to use this weird echoey sound whenever in anywhere that might have like a slight echo to it, and it's quite obnoxious. Boxing gloves. The name Bazjek has been embroidered around the wrists. A clear trace of thoughts can be seen on the gloves, sometimes violent, sometimes gentle, like the current of a river. I think there's something else other than this. Over here, yeah. Familiar trace. Same one I found in the punching bag on the barge. Javier. Legal fighting star. Barchek suffers from a serious hip injury, but that's just one of his secrets. The trace on his gloves is identical to the one found on the barge. Javier is Barchek. Barchek is Javier. Ruff's trying to make me look like a fool. See, isn't that important that we got all that information before we talked to Rolf?
Place your bets, ladies and gents. Don't miss the chance to earn some dough. How about a bet?
You're not Polish.
What kind of place is this?
You're awful twitchy. You want a spree or angling to rat us out? Who let you in here?
I came with Ariel Rofer.
If you're with Ariel, it's all hunky-dory. You're in our dungeon here, gent. No rules, no restraints. That's how we play around here. Ask away. I'll tell you what I know.
He's very British, isn't he?
Who's fighting?
Our pride and joy. A real canny lad from right here in Povishla. Barshchik.
And in the other corner?
Everybody who wants to take him on. All of them against one. Sort of a local tradition. So, You betting there, ain't you?
I'd like to bet on the fight.
On Boschik or on everybody else?
Interesting. Now, right, okay, let's look at this. Logically, everybody else makes more sense, right? It's one man against God knows how many, and he does lose. We know he loses from the info we found on the boat, and we know that those two women are pretty desperate to hammer him. So
I'll bet a ruble on everybody else.
Whatever you say.
You take IOUs?
Sure, why not? Get writing.
however, because it's... God, they need to get this guy out of there. Because it's so obvious that Barczek is probably not going to win against many people, that really makes me think he's probably going to win against many people, because it's a video game and that's how life works, you know? Ariel Rofe.
You're fretting, Ariel. His hips are fine.
Shouldn't you be at home right now with your husband?
And you, what are you doing here?
Barstik, meet Victor Shulsky. He has business with Javier, and he'll do anything to meet him.
Anything?
Anything. Victor is a thaumaturge, and it might make for a fantastic main attraction. What do you think?
Sorry, what?
What? A magician in the ring? Yeah.
Enough kidding around, Barstik. I know you are Javier.
Well, you almost impressed me.
Javier Sanchez Villaconejito Ramirez.
Now that we know you ain't just anybody, maybe you can show us if you're the real deal, or just some stiff from downtown. You getting in the ring?
All right.
Yeah, I like him.
Wait, no. I don't want to fight on his side, though.
Señoras y señores, a slight change of plans. I won't be fighting. I know. Barczek is the best. But listen. Marcel and his brothers-in-law versus a son of Shurmirsha, a swell, a magician, Victor Shulsky. Don't embarrass me.
Wait, how does my bet work then? Do I have to throw the fight? I suspect I can't. Okay, you heal, so we're going to disable that. Nice and lickety split. You don't gain new negative states, and you reduce damage taken. I do want to disable all of those. I'll start with this one. Let's throw a howl on that. I'll throw one over here. It's fine. It's not going to take much damage, but... So I'll rack him up if nothing else. That was a rubbish punch, mate. Saw your game out. Okay, what have you got there? Counterattack. First attack on this target incurs a counterattack. Well, it's not going to counter my Upia, is it? Wait, when does that... Do I go second? No, I go first. Damn. Alright. Lovely jubbly. Oof, that was a proper punch. Oh, so was that. Oh, of course, they probably play like I do, right? In that their first attack is rubbish. And then they build up to a stronger one. That makes sense. I'm going to do my heal on there. And then agony on the middle dude. Sure. Stop punching me, bloody Nora. Yeah, so that's the first attack, so that's going to be a weaker one. That makes sense. See you later. He's a spooky son of a gun, Velas, isn't he? They're both gonna be dead anyway. Bonk. Oh, he's got 1 health, the cheeky little blighter. Oh, Velas. Just being utterly terrifying.
Good, Victor. The crowd loves you.
They love to hate you. That's all right, too.
I'm a heel.
Give them time. Does Victor deserve the neighborhood's respect? Maybe the chicos from Fifth Alley will make mincemeat out of him.
Oh, am I going again?
You can do it, Victor.
Remember how hard I found the combat at the start of this game? You've had it.
All right, that's it. Enough with the diversion. Let's talk business.
Bueno. He's had enough.
Oh, I kind of wish I'd done the fight.
Not such a weak chico after all.
How do you feel?
I'm in the mood to do business.
Tell me, gringo, how can Javier help you today?
I wonder if... We've picked a lot of pride answers up along the way. I wonder if some of them, like that one, was clearly an advantage. You know, we've had some things where we've been limited because we didn't have pride. And I suspect it's going to get us into fights quite often. Where we maybe otherwise could have avoided them. But I wonder if that just there was a benefit to being prideful. As in, if we had a low pride, maybe we couldn't say, you know, I'm done here, blah, blah. Maybe that option would be locked out to us. We're never going to see... Bloody Nora, excuse me. We're never going to see text that says, you don't have enough pride to do this. Because we're picking pride so much, I imagine it will never be an issue. But I've got to imagine that does happen now and again.
What was that whole fuss for?
What for? What for? Because Barstik's got a sore hip, that's what for.
Mentiras y calumnias.
Get to the point.
I need a smuggler.
I know, Mago. Say what you need me to smuggle.
Who? One lady needs to discreetly leave the Russian partition and get to Vienna.
For how much?
7.
She can afford it. Let's just say she's quite far up in high society.
A rich chica wants to go to Vienna? Well, I don't know.
I'm sure somebody is looking for this Klafter. Otherwise, she'd get on a train.
If they catch us, it's la muerte para nuestros amigos.
However, fortune favors chutzpah after all.
Al diablo. The river giveth, the river taketh away. Vámonos.
Sorry, I was researching the Russian partition. It's just Russia owning... The hell is that? Oh, it's a little nail. Sorry, I'm interested now. To say when it ended. Oh, really? Former territories of Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth annexed by the Russian Empire in late 18th century. So it's not actually all of Poland. It's the larger share of Poland's population, though, in 178,000 square miles. Resulted in the complete loss of Poland's sovereignty. Wild. Bloody Russia. Can't help themselves.
So, what's now?
Now go get the lady, and we'll meet at Port Praga at night. But tell that Klafter of yours that it ain't gonna be a tea party.
Adios.
No idea what a Klafter is. We're gonna Google that as well. See the bussy. The boosie. I'm gonna. What is it? Klafter? I like learning new things. I learned so much from Disco Elysium. Elysium. Klafter. Oh! A naughty or nasty woman. And then another word. Which I'm going to ignore. A naughty woman. I'm gonna go fetch my naughty woman. You can't say naughty. Naughty's a terrible word. Naughty is what children are. You know what I mean? When an adult says they're being naughty, it just doesn't work. For me, at least. What can I say? We're all built different. Bloody Nora, what is going on? I trained so hard today. So hard. And then, after my push day workout, where I smashed my bench press, by the way, I'm just going to brag about that for a second. I went and did cardio afterwards. And I'm suffering for it, to say the least. I can feel it, like, in my body.
Hold it, Tempermancer. For I am White Roman.
You're what?
Pardon?
You are Victor Shulski, son of Shrutmieszcza. Your family is famous for its powerful Tempermancers.
Okay. Point out you're the most powerful. Yeah!
I am the most powerful of the entire family.
This will make you a worthy opponent. This city is too small for 2 masters of tempermancy.
Good thing there's only one then, eh?
I am a master of tempermancy, White Roman, and I challenge you to a duel. Everything is at stake. The winner will be declared King of the Tempermancers.
Sure.
Have at you then. Why not right now?
The memorable moment is here. To me, devoted visitors. To me, salutors.
Oh, God.
I wonder if we'll get attacked by a salutor. Or does he just call these men his salutors? Okay. Got to disable that. Got to disable that. I got to disable that. I got to disable all of them. Come on, Lelek. Good job, buddy. Spooky son of a gun. I was hoping I could get his salutor, but he doesn't seem to have any. He doesn't seem to, like, I feel like he's making it up and he isn't actually a Tempermancer. He's just like some dude. If I get that first, we can then... Yeah, okay. I never really do this because I don't really care about the focus, but the important bit there was just getting Goopia to attack first, so I could follow up with that. And then one more. Vukovac, my beloved. Has everyone afflicted? Oof. Oof. Alright, we're a little worried about my focus. How worried am I? Yeah, I'm pretty worried, actually. I'm gonna drop... This guy's down to 2, so I'm gonna work on dropping his focus. I'm restoring mine a little bit. Can Leluk restore my focus at all? No. Alright, I'll keep working with Vukovac then. That's gonna hit hard. Yeah, sure. Okay, and now we can do this one. That restores 2. And then it gets rid of more every round. So I can use it to knock the guy on the left out. But it's kind of a waste, isn't it? No. Ow. Okay, because then I can do it on this guy instead. The only problem is that I'm not healing anymore, but I don't think it's going to matter. He's about to die, this guy here just hit me. And then he's about to lose his focus in a second as well. There he goes, so now we can concuss. Not strictly necessarily, but all the same. Inflicts damage, casts suffering on all enemies. How come I can do that? Oh, of course, because they're both in super state, yeah. Bam! I was kind of hoping to fight someone who actually has the salutor. I know we've done the big battles, but the salutor never joins in.
I hope that you also took a valuable and instructive lesson from this.
Not really.
I accept the title of King of the Tempermancers. I would suggest that neither you nor your salutors strain yourselves anymore.
Your triumph is temporary, Victor Shulsky. I have not yet said my last word. I will find you when you are ready for the next fight.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Mate, you're not even a...
people come up with.
You're not even a salutor, you're a madman. Oh, I've got a new thing. I'm going to start reading the things. I like the things. I don't like how it jumps up, though. Javier! Actually, Javier, a smuggler recommended by Oberici, notorious for smuggling contraband across partition borders. Javier the smuggler is Javier Sanchez Villa Conjeto Ramirez from Privishla. Not sure if I spelled that correctly. When he's not smuggling, he throws punches in illegal fights as Buzchek. Speaks quite good Polish. Agreed to arrange Svetlana's escape. To a cemetery. I want another salutor. Because I'm really curious, because I've got the 4, and they each fit mind, heart, blah, blah. They fit a certain thing, right? And they also all have an area that they specialize in. In that, Bukovac is suffering, Lelik is focus, Upi is pretty straightforward, your basic one, and Velis is dice rolls, I guess, more than anything else, 50-50 chances. So what are the next ones going to do? What are these ones going to do? I think that second one, I recognise that second one. I think that might be Marana, the second mind one. I recognise the hat. Marana, the last that we saw in the river a long old time ago now. Apologies, my throat is just there. I'll get a new one.
Mr. Shulsky, you'll run yourself into the ground staying up all night like this, sir.
I'm here for Rasputin.
I don't understand, like, why can't I just walk into the building? It doesn't add anything. I find this really odd. Why they've decided to have the maid talk to me every single time. Maybe it's just a vibe. I'm going to chat with Rasputin before I talk to Svetlana.
Am I bothering you?
Not at all. I've just got a few people together who I can assist with their spiritual purification. Have you come to get our friend?
Yes. I'll get her out of here.
Watch out for yourself, too.
Thank you.
Certainly got an interesting mix of people here, Raspi.
I hope that you've had a hospitable stay.
You have unsettling friends, truly.
Thank you.
The Nadazhinskis are reserved and boring, unlike that Grigory.
What do you think of him?
I don't. I'd like to leave this place now, if possible.
We'd better get a move on.
Finally, don't forget my luggage.
How many dresses and pairs of stockings do you need?
As many as I'd like. I have some very profitable secrets in that chest.
Blackmail?
Insurance. Correspondence with various people who aren't entirely aware that I didn't burn their letters.
Do I understand that this time around I'll be lugging the chest myself?
Hurry up.
That's why you gotta use Snapchat. You can tell when people screenshot. Unless they take a photo with the phone. Or with another phone, I suppose.
Well, this ain't a museum. Head down. That building in front of you. The entrance is around the corner.
You pick some very interesting people to work with.
What's that?
From now on, that's your problem. Entrance around the corner, right?
I mean, the smugglers, they're not going to be, you know, they're going to be a little bit untoward, surely. Right, am I? Have I been here before? Port Praga. The fact I haven't been here makes me want to explore and read some things. Work for University Students Information Courier's Editorial Office. I'm going to have a little poke around. Can I help myself? Can I help myself? I like how there's like no effort at all to have like a natural blockade here. It's just, no, there's a wall of mist. It's Silent Hill. It's very spooky. Leave it alone. See, this makes more sense. They have blocked me in from getting to that, this western portion. We will explore as much as the game is going to allow me to. Lost newspaper. The Worker, a body of the Polish Socialist Party. Regarding a matter of importance, we are all certain that we are living through a revolutionary moment, that the hour of resolute struggle against the Tsardom is near. We are so convinced of the indomitable strength of our movement that we do not doubt for a moment the victory over the enemy, and do not think about the dangers of the revolutionary struggle. Indeed, our movement is invincible. Even if we suffer defeats along the way, in the end, the growing strength of the proletariat will overwhelm the forces of our enemies. Got something else. Is it the port? Yeah. Port Praga. If you're born to hang, you'll never drown, say the locals, which is why you won't find furtive glances, hesitating movements, or sensitivity in the hearts of the smugglers and porters of Praga. In this neighbourhood, you cannot have doubts. You either go with the flow or to the bottom. Work by day, drink and hassle the authorities by night. Rotten planks sometimes give way, typhoid and syphilis haunt you more than your own family, and wind and humidity from the river always find a gap in your clothes to grasp your throat. None of it matters, though, as the good Lord gave people spirits to warm their bodies and kindle their anger hidden within, hence the spiritual name. That is why among the dark water, drab piers, and shacks smelling of slime and fish, you can sometimes spot a dash of colour, the bloody red of broken noses, and lacerated temples. Port Praga. I'm assuming whatever religious word it is that's inspired Praga is the same one that inspired Prague. I know that Prague is Praha in Czech, I believe. I only say I know that because in football, Sparta Praha is the Prague football team, so I'm just going to assume. Land life is not for me. And then there's this worthless fucker, they hate the cabbies in this town, I tell you. No one likes the cabbies around here. I wonder if they would have called them cabbies back then. Probably not, right? That's interesting. Did they call them cabbies because they drove cabs? Or did they call them cabs because they were already called cabbies? Because at this point they're not called cabs. They're called carriages. And everyone says hail a carriage. No one has said let's hail a cab in this game, right? And now a modern cabbie, taxi driver, is called a cabbie and they drive a cab. But which came first? It's the chicken and egg situation. Okay, I think we've got most of what we're going to get from this TN. Note with an advertisement. Apartment in the annex. Room available now. Preferred tenants quiet, without addictions, respectful of the curfew. It's a rough area. I'm like, well, if you could not be a drug addict, that would be great. I would appreciate that. Oh, there we go. Okay, we can get our first 6 seconds. Oh, we don't get 6 from this. Wait, so wait. So what was that trace then? Because I can't get to 6. Anyways, 2 more health points or more focus. I actually think I prefer focus, weirdly enough. I'm assuming I'm probably going to max this out before we get to the next one anyway. Identity card. Surname Stern. Name Ekaterina. Date of birth. Blah, blah, blah. Place of birth. Peter. Oh, is this a false education? Yeah, false thinking. Place of birth Petersburg. Father's name Motze. Mother's name Olga. Profession governess. Place of residence Warsaw. Stamp. I certify that the person named in this identity card, Miss Ekaterina Stern, is a citizen of the Russian Empire, as stated. For people not recognize her, she's quite, you know, house to do. Debussy! Identity card, Zobao Antonina. Okay. How many of these are there? Police orders to all units. Yesterday in the middle of the night, there was an attack on a barge transporting crates of ammunition in the Port Praga area. Send all available officers to the area. The gang most likely consisted of 5 people, stocky, masked men of various ages. That was my kind of party.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I do not.
Did you want a pumpkin carriage and some glass slippers, senora? Smuggling ain't as romantico as that.
Javier, yes? I've outgrown fairy tales. I'm here to make a deal.
I left that fucking chest by the door. I could barely lug it. Big as a whale's trojans. We gonna do something or just stand here and stare?
Googling Torres. Apparently means tuchus. It's your booty. It's an alternate spelling of tuchus, which is obviously the backside.
The police at the entrance had me a little concerned. Did something happen we should worry about?
Esos pinches pendejos can't keep their hands to themselves.
Someone fucking filched a weapons transport and now the police are shitting themselves. They're looking high and low, even under hookers' skirts.
Somos profesionales.
We'll keep out of sight, and it'll be Ganskeet.
Ganskeet.
So what's the plan? What are we doing?
You'll get papers, Austrian ones. Almost authentic, but don't go flashing them left and right.
Then it's off to the pier, and onto a boat out of the city. Then a steamship upriver.
In Krakow, a transfer to a Vienna-bound train. He'll be there in a few days.
Sí, bueno. As soon as we agree on the money.
Your turn. Tell the gentleman about the compensation.
You'll get my whole fortune. The appropriate paperwork will be yours as soon as I leave Warsaw.
Toda? All of it? Meaning how much?
Enough, so you won't have to lift a finger for the rest of your life.
What about the travel chest? Do we have to bring that?
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm paying you for.
So, all right. Vamos?
It's quite a tepid reaction to being told you're about to earn enough money to cover the rest of your existence.
If this is going to work, then we need to get going.
Ariel, you go to the puerto and call the little captain. La Señora will get changed, and we'll follow after you. Victor will come too. You'll see if anyone's following us.
Oh, I suspect they will be.
I'll do what?
What you paid for. Vaya con Dios, my friend.
Agitenar, Scheifele.
Okay. Wait, who's this extra person? Wait, who? Is that her? I don't know who this is. We've acquired someone. Or 2 people, actually. Ay, amigo. Right, we're going to end it there because I feel like things are about to kick off and I suspect there's going to be a lot of combat. Feels like it could be maybe the end of Act 1. I've got no idea, really. To dust ye shall return. It's quite ominous. I'm very sleepy. Anyways, we'll end it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Next video, we will smuggle Svetlana. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.